Okay, so now we're prepared to lift the engine out. The other thing we need to do now is to take the return line out to make more space, basically. Now we're just going to lift. Right, your turn. Remember what I said, I need you to come round here, this side now. You pop round here. Mind. And don't drop it on your toes because it really hurt. Right, I'll do that out. Let it sit on the frame. You got it?
Okay.
It's a pig to get hold of. Now we're going to spin round. There we go.
There we are.
And there we go. Now we can split the motor. And as we've undone everything, it's fairly easy to do, he says. Right, next thing we need to do is to remove the crank and the two your inlet and the exhaust cam timing wheels, so we can take those out. And you need unfortunately to buy that thing. If you ain't got that, good luck to you, because you won't got that. You're not going to get that crankshaft pinion off. Fits over the back of the crank gear and then wraps around the back of it and tightened up. Then that shaft can pull out, so it is off. So that's it off. But you also need to remove the keyway. So with a very small screwdriver, it's a Woodruff key. So just get on the end of it with a small screwdriver. Give it a little tap and it should lift off. There you go. There it is. Don't lose that. Don't lose any bits. Now we need to remove the two cam timing wheels, and for that we use a 2-post puller. I forgot to film where screwing it on, but anyway, don't matter about that. I'm sure you could work that out yourself. There we go. It's off. And the Woodruff tree is dropped out as well. There's a Woodruff key that fits in there. So we do the same again now for exhaust cam. And now I've got the right bolts, it makes life much easier. There we go. Ta-ding! That one's off too. And the Woodruff key for that one is there, look. Which we should tap out before we do any more because they're easily lost. Okay, now before we split it, we shall just knock out this dowel. Sneaky dowels. Which you can see is just leaving the side of the crime here. There we go. Just need to undo that one. Your oil pump. What would you call that? Oil pump ports, I suppose you would call them. This is a really crappy design because it's only got a bolt on one side, and getting a decent seal on that when you put it back together again, because it tends to drag it off to one side because it's not bolting centrally, so you've got to get everything absolutely dead flat. That's got it. That's it. Look. Crappy design. See what I mean? It's got a pin there, and the bolt's here, so the bolt is pulling it up off centre really, and your two ports are here, and it's one of the biggest places you get oil leaks from. It's a pig to get that spot on, but you have to anyway. Put that back on there. Because we can. And that bolt there needs to come undone, to be removed. So this is the last bolt to get out. The last engine bolt. So we've got everything out of the motor now. It's just a matter of splitting it. Nothing else needs to happen. Now I have two ways of heating these up. I've got my blowtorch, but I've also got my hot air gun. The hot air gun warms up basically slowly first, so that it's got an equal temperature throughout. These are PET bottles, so they're good for about 110. They'll start to crystallise at about 110 degrees. That means go white. So yeah, I'm not going to film all that, so I'll just run out of time. This will take about an hour probably to get it right. Split it with my hide mallet, which is incredibly difficult to get to. Just gently see here, it's retracting through here. Retracting. It's going back away from the bearing housing that it sits in here, so that's the roller bearing pulling apart. Just gently tease that apart. Don't rush it. Crankshaft you don't want it to drop out on the floor. That's a very, very bad thing to happen. There we go. That's all clear. So what we'll do is we'll just lean it over on its side. like that, and I'll lift this off, leaving the crankshaft in the bottom. Oh, back. There we go. Yummy, yummy. And that's it in 2 hours. And I need to take the crank out of the other half as well. Put some blocks of wood to support that. Get this up to about 80 degrees. That should fall out. So I've moved the whole thing across and supported these blocks to make it more stable, and as soon as I got it lifted up, it just dropped through, as you can see here. It's when it's hot, it's much more difficult to handle. There she goes. Oh, talk about bad back. Ah, and there's the crank out. Just make it safe. And take it on this side and put it in somewhere like this, so it's suspended across the centres and it can't hit anything, and it's free to run and revolve around if you like. Anyway, that's done. I'm off for a cup of tea now. I just realised that I had some oil on the lens of the flipping camera when I did that, so I apologise for it being a bit smeary, but I'm afraid I'm not going to do that again. I'm sure you understood what was going on.